Welcome back, family. Welcome back to What's the Juice at the Juicy Tea. 1111 Energy. Listen, y'all, I just did a bomb reading, and we always have haters because they don't want you to speak into existence what it is that they're going through. But we're going to do that reading again. We sure are, because there's a different message to come out. Let me tell you, you have so many people where their lives are falling apart right now, family. And it was all because they isolated you. It was all because they wanted to make you feel like you were the outcast when you were the actual energy that came in and rose above the manipulation, the lies, and the deceit. Your energy, as well as many other energies that were tired of seeing the same thing happen over and over again, you guys rose to the spiritual occasion to start this spiritual revolution. Many of you have been going through a bunch of witchcraft, a bunch of negative energies that have always wanted to keep you distracted from getting to your spiritual path, okay? Because they already knew the strength and the power and the numbers when it came to the energies all seeing the same deception, the same lies, the same manipulation, and how they were going about doing it and becoming successful at it. When many of you through the year of the snake, the dragon, okay, the year of the dragon last year, you started speaking your truth. You started stepping into your spiritual growth and your power. Your power is in those words that we all say, we the people, we this, we that, right? That didn't just mean for just verbiage just to speak. That's actually everyone coming together and taking their energy that they have experienced through their trials, their tribulations, speaking their truths, knowing what's going on, bringing all that energy front and center, and then demanding something be done about it. So yeah, they didn't want that message to get out, but that message is getting out, okay? So yes, you are powerful. Don't let anybody tell you anything different, okay? So welcome back, family, collective, soul tribe. Okay, associate yourself however you like. Thank you for your likes, your shares, and your subscribes. I am truly grateful for each and every one of you. Let's invoke our protection. I am grateful at this time, Divine, and I ask that you continue to protect me during this read, all reads, and all the time. I ask that you bring in my ancestors, my angels, and my spiritual guides to stand with me and within me as I deliver your messages. Only what serves truth, healing, and understanding for the highest good is welcomed here, and so it is. Ashe. Okay, family. So, hey, I might be a little happy here that we're doing this read again because I feel like Spirit wanted some other things to be said in that intro. And here we go. Yes. So, I also want you to know, don't be distracted, okay? Because a lot of you, you could be holding on to the trauma that these people caused. But I want you to realize that they are definitely being taken down, and they're starting at the top all the way to the bottom, okay? Judges, lawyers, doctors, okay? All the way, even your politicians, they're going to be falling, okay? And let me tell you something. They saw all of your hidden talent, okay? That's why they wanted to gaslight you. That's why they wanted to make you feel isolated and separated from the in groups, because they already saw all of your talent. They saw that you could see right through them, okay? You started discovering your abilities that you really didn't even know you had a long time ago for some of you. And for some of you, you knew you had them, but you just didn't know how to use them. These are skills you haven't even showcased ever before. Okay, I feel like the awakening was where you knew that we are all one and we are all connected. And when like-minded minds come together and want to see justice for all, not just some, but for all, then this is the hidden talent. You're able to definitely be the catalyst to this spiritual revolution. You've got a lot of hidden talent here, okay? That's why they wanted to distract you. Yeah. That's why they wanted to distract you, okay? Many of them with this digital detox, okay, finding peace away from the screens, okay? I did say that in my last message as well. I just saw that, did you know your smart TV has a hidden camera in there that can actually turn on and watch you? Yeah, I just saw that. That's probably a lot of the reason they didn't want that message to get out. But I saw that right on YouTube. So, hey, they'd have to be saying something to the person that, was teaching a class on it. I was like, what? Right. But, many of you have started turning away from a lot of, now this digital detox I'm picking up on is like, there were a lot of energies out there that were not emanating the truth. They were not telling the truth. They were not expressing the truth. Instead, they were speaking about things that they felt that others wanted to hear. Okay, versus the truth, versus the authentic, versus being one's authentic self, speaking on the things that were actually factually happening, keeping the world blind to things, right? And it was only getting worse. Okay, many of you started clearing your mental clutter, watching people that were just lying about shit. Seriously, just lying about things, because the picture was bigger and it just wasn't about me or you. It was about everybody. Yeah, your cosmic nudge gave you that energy to get rid of those types of energies that were not speaking on the real true deal. Yeah, that was a push from the universe guiding you towards your destiny, guiding you towards your authentic self, your truths, not what the world was trying to push out there. People are feeling the repercussions of that, especially the ones that, I feel like they had family. It was a lot of people involved. This chain on top of chain like this. By the time it's over said and done, man, shit. People going to be getting caught up for shit they did 20 years ago to folk. Everybody that had a hand in the destruction, I can't make it up, in the destruction of the world, of a country, of a people. Yeah, those bonds that were forged in fire, they're all under judgment. They're all under judgment right now. They're all getting those judgmental stares because there's a lot of people that were waiting for folks to get caught up. It was just a matter of time. Now these people are feeling judged by others, okay? The same way they tried to make you feel judged, now they feel judged by others and people are disapproving of them, okay? They were only in their positions due to social pressure. A lot of them already knew subconsciously that this was going to come to an end, but they had forged bonds in fire. They had built strong connections around power hold, a hold on people's power, rights, laws, everything built through shared struggles. No, see, you struggled here while they knew what the weaknesses were. They were causing the struggles. Many of you forged strong, resilient relationships to break free from that, while they built strong, forging relationships to put people in that energy. Now folks walking around faking like they sick. No, I just heard that spirit say that again. Now they walking around acting like they ain't sick, but they sick as hell because it finally caught up to them. Oh, I'm sick. They really sick. They ain't pretending. They're really sick because they know that this is going to go on for a very long time. Now you're starting to radiate this confidence and knowing that you did the right thing when you turned your back on a lot of these false pretenders. These ones that are sitting out here wanting to keep you blind by all the love in the world, when you know damn well that if it was that much love in the world, not everybody would be on this one energy of shit's gotta change. Message. Okay. So you are an energy, many of you are energies that radiate confidence at this time because you're joining yourself again. You're stepping back into who you truly are, not what society says you have to be, who you have to be, who you have to pretend to be, and all this political correct shit, because the political correct were thieves, liars, manipulators, gaslighters, and I mean, woo. Covens, working with other covens, these secret societies. Let me tell you, you started coming back into your true power. You are the flame that lit that spark. Your inner light attracted success when it came to knowing exactly what you would and would not continue to stand for. It was a rise of the spiritual revolution when it came to the people And many admire this. Many are upset, but many admire it. They admire your positivity. They admire your uplifting energy. They admire the fact that you can definitely come in and inspire and rebuild the hope and the faith in the masses. Because this over here, it was over with. You were sick of seeing it. Many of y'all were. Therefore, this joyful reunion came in. Okay, reconnecting with the love for yourself, the Most High God, your angels, your ancestors, your spiritual team, your loved ones, your family. Okay, and you may even be energetically connected with your family, maybe not up close and personal, but there is a love there that will never go away. Because, see, here's the difference in you and them, family. You will forgive, but you never forget. Therefore, your discernment is exactly where it's supposed to be. Had it always been there? But of course not. That's why they were able to roll over you all the time, because your family knew where to hit. These people knew how to get up in your family's energy. The manipulators, the deceitful ones, the ones that were throwing out that social norm. You got to have the money. You got to have the bling. You got to, no, you don't. What you have to have is yourself and the Most High God. And then everything else that you need flows to you. So you are now reconnecting with that energy. And this brings in some deep happiness and excitement and relief and fulfillment for many of you. Message at 11:10, 11:11. Okay. Spirit said there's a reason that message got redone, huh? Okay. Look, there's turbulence. Now these folks are going through a turbulent time. You damn right they are. Why? Because of the things that they were doing. The seeds that they sow are now back in their face. Because they were all maneuvering and operating off of double standards here. So the turbulence that they were projecting onto you, now they're experiencing it. Now they're going through these scary moments, okay? That don't, make sense to them. They're hoping it doesn't last long. It's a lot of unexpected challenges and chaos that they're going through. Periods of disorder for them. But though they sent you through it your entire life. Yeah, that's the double standard. That's the unfair expectation. See, these people didn't expect for this to come back and slap them in the face like a rubber band. Now everything's unfair. Oh, it's a hypocritical treatment. No, it's not. What it is you are now sowing the seeds of what you planted. They did not plan a unity within communities. It was just the opposite. Keep you distracted. 12:33, 34, 35. Keep you distracted. Some of you were born December 12th, the month of December. You could be 33, 34, 35. Yeah. It was all about keeping you distracted from your soul's purpose. Look at that. Look how Spirit said that. Okay? Keeping you distracted from your soul's purpose. You're in alignment with your life's mission now. There's a deeper calling. There's an essential reason for being. This is you, family. They wanted to keep you distracted from your soul's purpose. Not anymore. That is over with. They have a setup here and they played the blame game, we're the victim game. Oh, we could do so much better. Do you not notice everybody in the government, every president has said the same thing over and over again. And every time I see the commercial on YouTube, I crack up. And they all say the same thing. It's time for the clean energy bill. It's time for they show every president saying it. I just started cracking up like, see, you know what I'm saying, family? Because let me explain to you. The people that you appoint to lead you, they're just as human as any fucking body else. It's not like you're appointing people that are just oblivious or just, there is nothing within them that won't kick in to their egotistical dark sides of greed, manipulation, control, and power. You are dealing with humans. You do know that, right? So I don't give a damn what nobody get up there and say, oh, we're going to do this, we're going to do that. That motherfucker going to take on the back end like everybody else. See, it takes a real solid one. It takes one that has nothing to gain and know they have everything to lose when it comes to the Most High God watching them versus these fucking unbelieving, non-believing people. See, when you know that karma is real and that the universe is real, and that what you put out there will return. When you know that and you respect that energy, yeah, you don't do things that others would do. That's why many of you are now getting ready to step into a leadership role, leadership when it comes to this new world order. Exactly. That same food tray is going to be placed in front of you. But I feel like many of you are going to look at things from a different perspective. Things are going to be separate. Okay? Keeping things apart, keeping your business and pleasure apart. You're going to know that, okay? You're going to already know that you don't shit where you eat. You don't bring in those relationships within the offices. You don't bring in those, people that could distract you and have you questioning, what it is that you're there for, right? Exactly. You ain't going to be bringing in no drama magnet. Look what came, and it came out in the reverse. You're going to keep things separate. Things are separate, keeping things apart, not allowing different parts of life to intervene. I can't make it up. Yeah, and this says drama magnet, okay, prone to attracting. Yeah, you are on a no nonsense type energy, so ain't gonna be no drama magnet in your energy. I feel like many of you are going to be running districts. I heard that districts. You're going to be running districts. Yeah. See, a lot of these people right here, let me tell you, this turbulence brought in a lot of unseen burdens for folks, okay? Because I feel like they thought that they were never going to get to this point. Things were never going to change. Folks around here are really sick at this time, family. They're really sick and they're really falling short at this time because of the things that they did. There is not going to be a recovery because it's been going on for so long. People are not going to be able to recover. There were a lot of people in powerful positions that was, using their power to take advantage of situations. I heard the fairies are cleaning things up right now. The fairies are cleaning things up right now. Okay. Yeah. See, people, they in the hot seat. They got the hot potato going on here. It says, sensitive issues or topics that people avoid because it's controversial. Does not deal with directly or the games they played. Now they know they're all under surveillance. A lot of people know they are being watched. They are being put on the spotlight in an uncomfortable way. There's going to be screaming it was harassment and scrutiny and invasion, but no, they were doing it to you. Now they're experiencing it. You're seeing right now governors all over the place. The damn mayor up there in Philippines, her ass just got popped, 800 gone. Okay, she had them all trafficking and throwing them in some scam call center. 800 people she had up in there. That mayor of the Philippines of a little town is gone. We got a mayor here in the U.S. that shit took $5 million from FEMA. When I tell you that this shit been going down for years, it's been going down for years. And it was a group effort when everybody stepped in. I promise you, look what came out. You the catalyst that lit the spark here. It says, the spark that lit the flames. A person who initiated change, setting everything into motion. You were the key. You were the key to bringing down corruption. You have a lot of people out here that are very upset at that because they wanted it to go on for forever. But here's the thing. These are the same naysayers. These are the same people that did not believe that book of Revelations was true. But see, you looked at that book of Revelations and you ran it across your Akashic records and was like, it's a little different. That part. Yeah, you came in and stole the spotlight with that one, okay? Yeah, when you were able to dissect really what was going on, you're the catalyst. You are the book of Revelations. You're the one that will bring all of the corruption to an end. Many of you, and this was like-minded, you were in separate parts of the world vibing on the same energy, vibing on the same thoughts, vibing on the same, wants and needs of your people and everyone else, not just, just you by yourself. Exactly. And that's where folks realized they made a bad investment. See, they were supposed to be following your lead. They made a bad investment when they didn't. Now they're over here. They getting watched. You stole that spotlight with truth, with authenticity, with integrity, with honesty. That's why you are going to be running a district, I heard, for whoever that is, okay? Now folks realize, yeah, coming up against you, plotting on you, making things out to be something that they weren't, that was a bad investment. hmm And now you got folks out here, they didn't ask for your advice, but they should have took it. They sure should have took it. Because somebody does see you as being wise counsel, I heard. Yeah, people now, they like, damn, what we gonna do? Now they're seeking advice from those that can't bring them the wise counsel that you can, family. People offering advice to folks that they're like, damn, why you didn't say that in the beginning? Why you didn't come? Yeah, because they didn't have that generational energy like you got. They don't got that generational karma. They were taking advice from those who just were using their positions of power to get what it was that they wanted. Pure demanipulation through association. So the people that are offering advice right now, for what type energy, right? They didn't offer it then, right? Now people want to come to the rescue. Now people want to butt in. Now people want to get involved. Yeah, right. For what? You weren't involved then. Yeah. Now that generational karma is smacking them back in the face for their behaviors and for the things that you experienced and things that didn't get resolved when they could have been resolved, being passed down through family lines and generation after generation. Yeah, you came in and said, okay, not a problem. Here's what it's going to be. That's when you stepped into your power. Connecting directly with source, 213334. And many masses of people stepped into that same energy, that same power. It's going to be time for you to eventually take you a break because you've been fighting up against these energies for so long. Finally, now someone is here to take over this fight and start doing things that maybe you couldn't do at that time, family. You couldn't do it. You didn't have the power, but you have the voice. Now a lot of people are visiting, you know what I'm saying, the dreams they possibly had of their downfall, while you will be visiting the destinations you've always dreamed about. You and their ambition is set apart, period. They wanted to rule and control. You want everybody to live the life that they see fit. This even includes displaced. If you don't want to be a part of society, we will make a district for you. If you don't want to, build and grow in a positive energy and you love the dark and you love those types of things, we will build a district for you where only you and the dark are there.